Okay, so for the second video we're going to be dealing with the same kind of thing except trying to write from the verbal phrase, translate it into an inequality, and then graph it. So we're going to be using all the rules and concepts we learned up to this point to come up with how to write it and how to solve it and how to graph it. All real numbers greater than or equal to 10. Okay, so when you see the phrase all real numbers, we can just talk about like x or any variable. So all real numbers greater than or equal to 10. So in this case it's not a combined inequality, it's just one thing. So we're going to go over, plot down a 10, close circle, and point to the right. Remembering that as long as our variable is on the left hand side, then we can just follow the way the arrow looks. Okay, the next one looks like it's an and situation. So all real numbers greater than -3 and less than or equal to 5. Okay, so x is greater than or equal to -3 while at the same time being less than or equal to 5. Okay, so we notice with the and situation we have kind of a combined inequality. Put the x in the middle because I know that the and situation has to do with being between one number and another. So the way that we write it is we put the x in the middle, we put the first part of this to the left, so we just kind of have to read it a little bit backwards here. It's going to be x is greater than or equal to -3, so it kind of looks like we're reading from right to left, while at the same time being less than or equal to 5. Alright, so the way we would graph that is we would put the -3 here, we'd put the 5 here, and they're both equals to on the bottom, so we have closed circles here and here. We just connect the points, remembering that the ands connect, whereas the ors point in opposite directions. So looking at number 10, all real numbers that are less than or equal to -2 or greater than 4. Okay, so since this is a situation where it's one or the other and not both at the same time, we have to write it as if it was two separate inequalities instead of looking like a combined inequality like number 9. So we're going to say all real numbers that are less than or equal to -2, okay, or all real numbers that are greater than 4. Okay, so we notice here that it's not just combined like number 9, it has the word or in the middle. I'm going to put a line because it looks like we didn't have one on the notes. Okay, so then we're going to say -2 and 4. Now, less than or equal to -2, so closed circle pointing to the left. Okay, and then greater than 4 is an open circle pointing to the right. So as you can see, the arrows are pointing in opposite directions. Okay, so there should be one more slide for you guys to try. If you want to pause the video and try that, you can, or the video will probably be stopped after that anyways. Just make sure you can tell the difference between the singletons, the ands, and the ors.